the Cavs may actually be coming down to their senses. You may have thought. But Darius Garland and Jarrett Allen cannot beat Cleveland Cavaliers. Prior to the season, I had said the Cleveland Cavaliers should look out and trade Darius Garland and Jarrett Allen because it seems like every single time the regular season rolls around, these two guys are playing like all-stars. Get to the playoffs, and then the lights are too bright. Quite literally, one of these guys quotes. Darius Garland, every single time in the playoffs, shooting tour dates. Jarrett Allen getting out-rebounded by guards. They cannot stay on the team next season. But do not make something irrational and have a trade between Darius Garland for Jalen Suggs. Alright? Jalen Suggs has been hurt for a vast amount of time. And Darius Garland as well. As bad as he is defensively, he has more value than Jalen Suggs. Unless you're going to be out, getting out a player like, this is the trade somewhat. I understand it's failed, but the season's over, free agents and all that. Obviously, it would be tweaked. But if you can get Garland, Jarrett Allen, Isaac Okoro to Orlando for, Carter, Suggs, and Franz Wagner, then I would say, you know what, hear out the trade. But if it's just surrounding Garland and Suggs, don't even think about it. Because if you compare them, we've got Darius Garland averaging, north to 20 points. And then you got Suggs, 12.3. Darius Garland offensively is the better player. Sure, Jalen Suggs is a bit better defensively. But you check out 3-point percentage. Jalen Suggs is shooting like 30% from 3. So to me, I would just roll it out with Darius Garland next season if the only trade available was Jalen Suggs, to be honest. I'd just say, you know what, screw it, just play it again, run it back. Because you're not really improving. You're going to go out and give Orlando a all-star point guard. Don't even, no. Unless you're getting Franz Wagner some way, somehow, then I would 100% be all in on that trade. But if not, don't even think about it. Now, the trade that I was begging the Cavs to go out and consider prior to the season was Darius Garland and Jarrett Allen, because there's been interest between Minnesota and Darius Garland, considering Mike Conley's getting up there in age and they want to put an all-star backcourt with Garland and Anthony Edwards moving forward. And the Cavs at the time didn't really have a number 3. It was before the DeAndre Hunter trade, because that happened, around the trade deadline. And I said Jarrett Allen getting moved to Minnesota, and then Minnesota could move Rudy Gobert to a team like the Lakers that need a center, or elsewhere, would make sense for all parties. If Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid, Dante DiVincenzo would go to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Garland and Allen. If you want to add Okoro, you want to add somebody else, go ahead, maybe a pick. But the lineup that the Cavs would run would absolutely be generational. This season, let's say they got this done. Let's say Naz Reid gets, signed in trade because he does have an option or whatnot. Let's say that this trade goes through. The Cleveland Cavaliers next year, they could retain Ty Jerome, put him in the backcourt with Donovan Mitchell. You have the option of that as the backcourt. Or you could put Dante there with Donovan Mitchell. Or you could put, Max Strus there with Donovan Mitchell. You have absolutely 3 options to put Donovan Mitchell in the backcourt with. And then, forwards. Evan Mobley finally gets moved to center where he should be moved. Then you've got Naz Reid playing power forward and Jaden McDaniels playing small forward. Or you could even throw in DeAndre Hunter in there, or DeAndre Hunter off the bench. It's just a ton of talent, a ton of 3-and-D guys. And you're looking at the Indiana Pacers, how they're going to get to the finals soon. Nothing but 3-and-D guys on that team, and the Cavs would turn into that 2.0 by getting rid of 2 guys that are neither 3 or D consistently, which is Jarrett Allen and Darius Garland. This would be an absolutely hoodwink bamboozle. I honestly think this is kind of fair though. Hear me out, because then the Timberwolves would be Darius Garland, Anthony Edwards backcourt. You get rid of Mike Conley, who hasn't really been performing. Then you go with small forward. You've got a rookie coming down. He's been performing well when you give him the minutes against the Thunder. Obviously Jarrett Allen would be center. Julius Randle at the 4. There's absolutely, a win-win scenario here. You get all-star quality and you're giving up really good role players is genuinely what's happening, because McDaniels, Naz Reid, and DiVincenzo is not all-star players, but you're going to be getting 2 guys that have been all-star players. So to me, win-win. You know, genuinely, it is gonna be a win-win for both. And this was the trade that I would have been all over for the Cavs. This would have made them a finals appearance minimum because it matches up well against the Pacers, who he just lost to. It matches up well against the Boston Celtics, who he lost to the previous year. It matches up well against the Knicks, who are in the conference final. It matches up well against everyone. And honestly, the Cavs have been a matchup liability when it comes to the playoffs. So this was the perfect trade, and the Cavs need to get something like this done. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Do you think the Cavs should go through with the trade for Jalen Suggs? Personally, no. I would be all in on getting a guys like Jaden McDaniels and Nas Reed instead. But anyways, thank you guys for watching.